welcome to my review of my continuation of the Hypervenom Phelon 3 10-time used review. Um, I have finally worn them like 10 times and I cleaned them up. Yet, can't completely clean them all that well, but for just using it 10 times playing pickup soccers, there barely any scruffle on them. Maybe because it's black, but it still looks pretty new. Um, these have these semi all around um, artificial ground and firm ground. So they have these somewhat rounded cone-shaped cleats and some chevron blade-like cleats. They do have a very similar, almost the same pattern as the Hypervenom Phantom 3, except that we all know that it has this arc here to make it stiffer. So for these, I cannot bend the middle part here. I can only bend it easier in the front part, whereas these Phelon 3, I can bend them easily. But overall, they're pretty stiff, and they are not like nothing. Now, the only thing I don't like about is the tongue of the Phelon 3. It's tend to slide outward, like as I run around, tend to slide outward a lot more, and I have to keep adjusting them back. So that's annoying because it keeps ending up like splitting in the middle like this, and this middle part kind of open up, but it's no big deal. You won't even notice it when you're playing. The other thing that I don't like is that as I mentioned, these are pretty narrow, just like any other soccer cleats, but because they are these little padded synthetic, they're not very easily stretched. So after wearing like 10 times, it's still pretty stiff, pretty tight. It's totally nothing compared to the Phantom 3. You can kind of see that the toe box maybe just tiny little bit wider, but it stretches. Compared to these, they don't stretch as well. Yeah, so that's another disadvantage for these Hypervenom Phantom. They are a little tougher to put on, but they are a lot more form-fitting. They don't hurt my feet as much. Whereas these, the first time you put them on, it's really tight. It's clamping my front toes. But this is something that can't be fixed over time. Over time, it's gonna stretch. For example, here are the older Mercurial Victory 5. They were a pain to put on and run around the first time. When I put them on, it just hurt. But as time goes by, you see all these creases, and now it does forms a little, along with my feet, so it seems a little bit wider. Um, but overall, um, even these Victory, they are still pretty good. Like the the studs are still there, didn't got all worn out, they didn't break. Um, it just have these creases on them. Uh, the color faded a little bit. It used to be darker orange, like the bottom, but it now is faded, and the toe part is all yellow, light yellow. But anyway, I'm reviewing Phantom Phelon 3, not Victory 5. So um, I bought these for like 25 bucks. So I mean that's that's reasonable, right? Um, After a while, yeah, the insole lettering's all gone. Um, but then that's expected. Who cares? Um, Overall, I'll continue to wear these. But then, if you have a choice between the Victory 5 and the um, Phelon 3, I would pick Victory 5. Why? Because of the thinner um, and the kind of the rib cage design. Um, the touch is a lot better. It's thinner and you can have a more direct control. Whereas the Phelon, they are somewhat padded. So you got these paddings that you can't really see, but you can kind of see there's another layer of lining in there, and they are a little bit thicker, and they're like little bubbles forming here, kind of padded. So in terms of direct feel, you can sometimes miss a precision kick based on that, because when these doesn't really conform with your feet like a sock like structure. But for this price, this is a um, tear down level. For a price, yeah, I wouldn't mind. These are just good enough, okay, but still durable in my opinion. um, you know the thing to look out for is these seams here. Over time, they might tend to crack and just start pull away. But so far, even for the Victory, nothing major has come off. And because they are synthetic, they are very pretty much waterproof. So I cannot usually get my feet wet with the Victory 5. Barely. Um, Maybe through the top here if there's water pouring in, yeah. But if the grass area is wet and I'm just sloshing around, it won't have any water seepage from the bottom here, from these seams here. Nothing gets through because this is like one piece. Comparing to leather boots, yeah, good luck with that. Um, that's how I ruined my other Adidas Pro. It's an old model, Pro 11, something like that. And it's after water got soaked in there, it starts to separate. But these are like in one piece so far. And I like it all blacked out like these. And you probably have watched other reviews. These are not fire wire or whatever wire. It's just a loop. So I don't think there's anything behind it. It's just for looks. But the real Phantom Hypervenom Phantom, it does have that, but it's discontinued. That was 2018 model. But Alright, that's all, folks. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.